really find someone who just doesn't wing it.
Hi everyone, I just filmed a how to revise maths video and I was talking about how to find a good tutor, and I found it really hard because from my experience I had to go through a lot of different tutors to really find the one that was for me. And so I thought I would share my experience and what I think makes a good tutor and the qualities you should look for. So it's definitely worth a watch if you are a student in general. So let's go to the video. So from my experience is that you need to find one that doesn't mind going overtime. Now, I've had so many tutors in the past, and basically the good ones are always the ones that are willing to go an extra 10-20 minutes sometimes over the 1 hour plan, and really teach you until you understand it or go through an extra question, because they are the ones that show that they really do care about what results you get, and they really do care about you as a student and not as a customer or some money income place. Because yeah, I had tutors where it's like you have 1 minute left and we just started halfway, or just started a question like, we've only got 1 minute left, I'm sorry, yeah, we'll do it next time. And if you don't understand, too bad, because it's 1 hour. If I meet a tutor like that, I would say, I'm not gonna yeah, no, next time I'm gonna find another one, which is what I did. And I eventually found a really good one, which he was willing to really dive into questions I didn't understand, and he would, even if we had 2 minutes left of the lesson, he would go over a new question which would take another 10 minutes. And I really appreciate that help, and that has taught me how important it is to find a tutor that actually cares, as well as just make sure that I'm the tutor who does the same thing. Yeah, so that's number one, is that they're willing to go over time, not going over time because they have a lot of time to chat, but because they're going over time because they want to make sure that you understand the content and really want you to do well. The second thing I look for a tutor is that they have a good plan for you. So what a good tutor to me is that they know exactly what they want to do in the lesson, I think, and they plan out how they're going to help you, and they plan a few lessons, maybe a month of lessons and they show you what we're going to do each lesson, how we're going to get there, the problem we have, what we're going to do to get to the end goal, a proper plan. And tutors who just wing it, who just oh, what do you want to do today, when we just start the lesson, before asking beforehand, I don't really like that, because I think if you're paying, because the tutors I find, I mean, I can't really find any less than £15. Minimum is yeah, I haven't had the cheapest one I've got is £15. Got yeah, the cheapest is £15, but I spent 24 to £40 for tutors, and it's really expensive. And if you're you're charging this much and just asking someone on the day on the lesson what do you want to do, and just wing it, then I don't think you're the tutor for me.
I'm sorry if you think I have high standards, but it just shows that, yeah, I want to do well, and having someone who actually wants to support me is very important to me, and I'm making sure that I am that person, because that's what I expect from other people, and so I expect that from myself, if that makes sense. Yeah, so if you're finding a tutor, really find someone who just doesn't wing it.
Now, a mistake I made about finding a tutor is, I'll be honest, I would look for people who went to top unis like Oxbridge, and I would say that is a mistake. Just because that student went to Oxbridge does not mean that they're a good tutor, or LSE even. All universities actually are kind of AA to A star AA. So every student, every tutor is actually kind of on the same level. Just because they went to a top ranking university does not make them a better teacher. Just because my teacher went to Oxbridge doesn't mean he's better than my other teacher who didn't go. So I would not choose a tutor based on which university they went to, but I would check what grade they got on the subject that I am finding help with. So basically all my maths teachers got A stars themselves, and so I had to make sure that, yeah, they got it. Always learn from people that has got what you want. They've already got what you want, and that's just my rule of learning from anyone, really. So mentors I have or any people that I want to learn from, I want to make sure that they have what I hope to have or what I hope to achieve. And finally is that when you message a tutor, really ask them for clarity. I think having clarity is really important. So basically ask them, how are your lessons structured? What value do you provide for me? Like, what can you exactly help me with? But you also need to tell them what exact help you want, because oftentimes I find that when I ask students what help do you want, they kind of like, I don't really know, I just know that I need some help. Like, I say that too, but it would be good to know a little bit more about what areas you want help with, or if you want to start from zero and we go through the whole content altogether. The reason I like having mentors and tutors are because they give me accountability, so I ask them to set me work oftentimes, or yeah, just make sure that my tutor is someone who would check in with me from like out of tutoring sessions and really make sure that, you know, they care about my progress and like check in, like, am I doing okay? Is my work going okay? Do I have any questions? Is there anything I can do to help you, to support you mentally, maybe? Like, all that little small things I think is really, it's really nice and also quite rare in a tutor. So if I could find someone like that, I would be, yeah, I would be really happy. And finally is that tutors are like teachers. They're here to support you and try the best to serve you, but they are not here to do the work for you. They are just here to try their best to like get you to where you want to be, but actually doing the work, unfortunately, is all up to you. And so it is hard, and it's hard, but with support you are going to do fantastic, and you know, you are going to get where you want to be, as long as you have the clarity of the goal, you have the vision, and you have that drive to really go and get it. And I am offering tutoring sessions, but this whole video was
No way, no way of promotion or anything.
it's just exactly how I find a tutor and how I think other people should also consider when finding a tutor. Because if you're paying for someone who isn't that great, then what's the point? And how do you find a good tutor? Like, you might not know. So this is just my take on it, and I hope that it was somewhat useful. So please like and subscribe. I don't know, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. I don't know. I want to make this a thing. Like, don't dislike, please, but like, yeah. So see you next time.